7:23 here on this Friday morning, and I'm joined this morning by Tim Gillen from Terrapin Networks once again for Tech Matters, and we're talking about something that's at the top of everybody's mind right now if you're thinking about your financial security, and that's credit card breaches.
Credit card breaches. There was another pretty good size one here the last week or so. At least that was revealed in the last week or so from Home Depot.
Right, and it keeps happening. This is something that kind of came to our attention recently. So people are wondering, how can I keep this from happening to me?
Yeah, and the one thing that you just need to do is really keep a close eye on your accounts. The stores, the brick and mortar stores, if you want to call them that, as opposed to an online transaction through an Amazon.com. The brick and mortar stores tend to have a little more exposure there because the information that they get from the credit card from that has more value to the crooks.
Right.
And they can convert those credit cards, and one of the things that they do a lot with them is that credit card data they will convert into gift cards.
Oh, okay.
And because they can make their own gift cards, and then they go into a local store and can generate a whole bunch of actual cash for them. So it makes a lot more fluid cash, and that's where they're kind of risky.
And a lot of people were worried about online shopping, but it's actually tending to happen more at these brick and
mortar.
mortar.
Well, if you've seen the large breaches that have happened, we think of Target Lab, which almost a year ago now, actually started on Black Friday, so the end of November in 2013, and then this Home Depot one, which was they were collecting data for several months. So that's just in the last 12 months. Those are both very large brick and mortar stores that have stores all over the country. A lot of transactions, a lot of credit card transactions. People will tend to buy a lot of stuff. In other words, you won't see them so much at a grocery store or something because people aren't spending as much money. Out of the kind of money that they're spending, it's hard for the crook to convert it into going and buy $200 worth of groceries. You can spend $200 in a hurry at a Target or a Home Depot.
So why do you think that it is happening more at the actual physical stores?
Well, again, because those credit card numbers have more value to the bad guys when they're taken at the store because they don't have to match up the address. The stripe that you put through the credit card has your address and stuff on it. Online, you don't always have to do that. So that's partly why the address actually helps them convert that to cash quicker. Soon enough, our actual cards here in the United States will have a little chip in them. They're already doing
this. Right, the smart chip.
The smart chip will be in the credit card, and they're doing that in the European Union now. They're doing it in Canada. And we haven't done it yet in the States. It's going to cost money for everyone to convert all the stores and the banks to convert the actual physical equipment as well as the cards themselves. Well, that makes it much more secure because now when you swipe the card through, that data is actually encrypted, and the key to unencrypt it, by encrypted is just all garbage. It's no good to the bad guy unless you actually have the physical card, which has this little chip which has the key to unlock all the encrypted data.
Right. So it'll be much more secure. And one thing I want to get to quickly is this new Apple Pay thing that's just been unveiled. And people are wondering a lot about the security behind that.
Yeah, and that uses a technology called NFC or near field communications. It's a little thing where you could just tap your phone onto the credit card machine, and all your data gets transferred. Actually has the same exact kind of security risk. There's not a whole lot of difference. And the near-field communications is actually somewhat a mature technology. It's pretty secure, but still hackable. So you'll need to watch your stuff the same. It's not going to. You shouldn't think of that as anything that's going to necessarily reduce much security risk. You'll still want to watch your accounts online very closely. All we got to get is just your number and the stuff, and those bad guys can do an awful lot with it. They can steal your money very quickly. Banks are getting very good at keeping an eye on this, though. They're doing much better now.
You should definitely keep an eye on it yourself.
You got to protect yourself
as
too.
well.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're
Tim
welcome.
Gillen from Terrapin Networks. You can see him every other Friday here on 7-4 News Today with all the tips on these technological things that are on all of our minds.
That's good. Thank you.